Well, welcome to the fan van. I'm Scott Quinnell. I drive the van, basically, that's what I do. And we've got Lions captain, Sam Warburton. Thank you for coming to our van.
Good to see you again, no worries. Good to be here again. Second visit here now.
Second visit, it is. But I tell you what, why we've done this is because Standard Life Investment have got their questions from all sorts of places, Twitter and Facebook and all stuff that I don't understand, so stuff like that. I tell you what, they're so hot off the press. I go like that.
Here we go, literally off the cuff like that.
I get them.
All right, let's do it. No, let's do this. No prep then. Go on.
I'm dyslexic, so this could be really,
I'm
really
patient.
interesting. Right, are you ready?
I think so.
Are you ready? Right. What's going up here? LYDZJ. Why don't people just put their names?
Someone's name?
No, it's just a hashtag or something. Or just their username or things like that.
These cool kids these days.
After the pressure of being Wales captain, how does Lions captain compare?
It's actually a little bit easier. You've got so many leaders within the squad, and a lot of the formalities off the pitch when it comes to like speaking and all these formal events you turn up to. We have John Spencer, who's tour manager, who does a lot of that, which takes a bit of the pressure off myself. So it's actually not too bad. So you do actually surprise me. I've still quite a lot of time to focus on rugby, so I've actually really enjoyed it so far.
But you're so relaxed. That's what everybody I see in and around and in the press like I am now. Sam is just so relaxed. How do you do it?
I am relaxed. Yeah, I am a very laid-back person, you know, and that used to go against me when I was younger because people used to think I was almost like saying during training sessions might not care or whatever, but wasn't. I'm just generally quite a chilled-out person. So I think in times like this, where I think all of us as players, we probably don't realise the hype that's going on outside. We're just in this little bubble, in the team room, training, eat, sleep, training, eat, sleep. You know, might go out a little bit. I don't think you realise the hype back home. I think when you get to the Test series, so many fans will be over. It might sort of hit home a bit then. But yeah, at the minute, it's really enjoyed the tour. I do feel quite chilled out.
Fantastic. Just showing you in a hotel, not in a camper van like me.
Just chilling in a camper van.
Just chilling in a camper van. Lydia James, who's the funniest teammate on tour and puts a smile on everyone's face? Question mark.
Two boys come to mind straight away. If I had to predict who's going to be the star of the DVD, you know, everyone always asks that. I think Carl Sinclair is going to be pretty funny. All the guys find him a good laugh. And Joe Marler is extremely dry. He really cracks me up. So the two Harlequins boys, Carl Sinclair and Joe Marler, definitely crack the lads up.
Basically, you pick the two biggest guys.
The two biggest lads I don't want to upset.
Fair enough. I tell you what, worked for me all those years. Who is the surprise package / one to watch in the Bill squad this tour? British and Irish Lions.
Yeah, it's a good question, that. I think I've always been impressed with him, but I really like Ben Teo, and he played really well on Saturday.
He did.
But I thought he had a very good chance of being picked in the squad before they announced the squad because he does a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's a big guy, skillful, quick, evasive, and
his
tough.
His stats were off the charts apparently, weren't they?
Yeah, he was very good. He was very good. And he offers something a bit different. That's the thing. That's the good thing with the centres. Every single centre we've got is different, and they offer something different. But yeah, I think Ben Teo could produce some good performances this tour.
Excellent. I should go more to social media for these questions. Are fantastic. I should use them more often. Who got you involved into rugby, and what age did you start? And this is from. Do you know who this is from? I can't read everybody out, but this is Caroline 90052556.
My head teacher in my old primary school, Llanish and Fach in Cardiff, he was called Frank Rees. I used to do a bit of sprinting and stuff, and I played a lot of football, but he wanted me to play rugby, so he was adamant to get me into a rugby jersey. He was the first guy who really hounded me to play rugby, and obviously now I'm very, very thankful for that. I still keep in touch.
What's his name?
Frank Rees.
Frank Rees.
Frank Rees.
Thank you, my
Thank
friend.
you, Frank.
Thank you so
Frank.
much. It's fantastic. Would you rather... Welsh Dalai Lama.
Oh,
right.
This guy's a hero.
He's
a cult hero back home.
He does drinking games, doesn't he? For the Six Nations.
Yeah, he's good.
Basically, I could get everybody.
This is actually Dalai Lama now.
This is from Dalai Lama.
Here we go.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses?
Hang on.
Or... That's not even right. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one... Oh, we start this again.
Or one horse-sized duck? Is that the question?
That's unbelievable.
Is that the question?
That is just... I got to read it again. Because would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I'd probably fight 100
duck-sized horses.
I'd fight 100 duck-sized horses, could you just kick them all out of the way? It'd be easy.
Would you?
Yeah, if you had a big lump of a duck, you know, the size of a horse, that'd be pretty difficult, wouldn't it?
Let me put the argument for the duck.
Okay.
Right. So horse-sized duck.
Big duck.
Big duck, right?
Tough to take down.
Yeah, but can you imagine the size of the pancakes? Hoisin sauce. Massive
Actually,
cucumber chunks.
I'm going to go...
Massive little onions.
I will go with one duck-sized horse because, like you say, the Chinese feed we and the boys could have after the hotel would be incredible.
Happy days.
Happy days.
And if you had all those little horses, to get around, you couldn't. You'd have to strap one on each foot, and they'd have to trot off.
Picking all them bones out would be a nightmare and stuff as well. So definitely the one duck-sized horse.
I can't eat horses.
But it's a duck, horse-sized duck.
Horse-sized duck.
Sorry, horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
Cheers, Di.
Would you have a main course? You wouldn't want a main course. That's normally a starter.
Be too much, wouldn't it? Be too much.
I don't know. Too much duck. How are you coping with Haskell being there every minute of the day?
He's good. He's good for the lads. You know, he's good at. He's on the music committee, so he provides a lot of the music when we're on the bus, and he's our tour guide as well.
Is he?
So whenever we get to a new place, you know, we let the lads know about the area, a few funny, maybe slightly dirty jokes in there, just to make the boys laugh a little bit, you know. So yeah, he's good. He's been good for the boys. Very good.
Is he on social media?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. How will you cope, brother? This is very now. This is another deep one, right? Should prawn cocktail skips ever be included in the crisp sandwich?
Yeah. Would you agree? Crisp sandwiches are lovely. I put a bit of salad cream in it sometimes when I was younger as well. So a crisp sandwich with salad cream.
I'd even go. I'd put a brown piece of bread and skips around it. I love skips.
Yeah, skips is like skips, quavers.
I'm definitely there. It was salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah.
Bread, butter, and definitely salad cream.
No salad cream.
No, salad cream. Yeah. King of the crisp sandwiches.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy days. If you could bring one player back for your team from the last 50 years, from any country, who would it be?
Oh. Excluding yourself, obviously.
I'm not going to embarrass you.
Yeah. Joan Lomu. When I was growing up, he was a hero of mine, and I thought he was incredible. So definitely Joan Lomu.
I'll tell you what, yeah, and being in New Zealand as well, cannot condone that highly enough. Oh, he was some player.
I had his DVD and I had a PlayStation game. He was like one of my heroes growing up, and he was an absolute monster. Oh. So he'd still be a monster these days, I think. And he played obviously back in the 90s.
95,
so even now
95 World Cup.
Yeah.
Islam period. What will you be doing immediately after the Lions tour finishes?
Walk my dog. That's what I'm doing. I can't wait to get home and walk my dog. You know, I miss little things like that. I've booked a couple of holidays with both sets of parents. The
so you walk straight past the wife and the kids.
This is what happens. When I go into the house, I always say hello to the dog first because my wife. I've explained to her. She knows that the baby. Well, she's 11 months now. She does now crawl up to me. She does know, but she would understand. She would understand if I obviously say hello to the dog first, my wife. And the little baby doesn't really get it yet, you know. No. So I can say hello to the dog because he comes up to me straight away, and I don't want to like shut him out because he'll get jealous, you know. So I always say hello to the dog.
Is the dog coming over on the tour?
He didn't want to come over unless I flew in business class. And I said, I can't do that, and he said I'm not coming in.
Does he work in?
No, he doesn't do anything.
He just
wants to sponge off me for the rest of his life. So I said, you can't do that, lads.
I'd like to be a dog.
Dog's life would be awesome. My dog's life is I look after him. So it goes dog, baby, and my wife. When I say hello, that's the order.
Fantastic.
So yeah, she understands. My wife's a good one. She understands.
Dog doesn't even speak. Who do you get most advice, support from for the big games?
My family members. Yeah, my family are always really good. They tend to know to leave me alone a little bit because I'm a little bit of a loner approaching the game. You know, I don't like. Some guys love to be out at the hotel and interacting with people. Other guys are quite quiet. I'm kind of the quiet side. So, my wife, my brother, my sister, my mum and dad, they'll all send me a message, and that's enough for me. So, my family is probably most important to me. Yeah.
What do you do with your kit after the tour? This isn't from anyone yet, it's from me. Just asking.
What I normally do is, because I used to give it away to my mates, but all my mates are like, and they won't mind me saying
they're all kitted up now.
They're nowhere near the size of myself. They're all quite small, apart from a couple.
You need a bigger mate.
I need bigger friends. See?
Yeah, that's
you're too big. You make me look small, see. But you can have my kit though if you want it. I'll definitely give you my kit if you want it.
Can you ask Ralph for the stretchy top?
We got. I'm sure Ralph will have a couple of double X's for you. Surely you will.
Triple, eh?
Yeah, triple. Yeah. Big man, see. Yeah. Big man, big powerful man.
It's a better Liam.
But no, I normally go down to my local village has a Tennis charity shop, which I'm a patron of. So I go down there every summer. I do a kit drop, and last summer that raised £2,000. Or you either auction off with Velindra, or I'm also a patron of as well. So normally I think charities, then people can get the kit and you raise money at the same time, so you kill two birds in one stone.
Fantastic.
So, happy days.
Do you ever swap shirts after a game? If so, who was your most cherished shirt from?
It's a good question, that.
I wish it was mine.
I've never asked anyone to swap a shirt ever.
Have you? They ask you.
Yeah, the reason I don't ask is I don't want the embarrassment if someone says no, and then you got to just like put your tail between your legs and walk back out the changing room. You know, there's only one person I've ever asked to swap shirts with, and that was Martin Williams. And we played against New Zealand in the same game. Yeah. I said to him, "You're using your shirt," and I had to say this on text, obviously, because I was too embarrassed to ask him face to face. So I've swapped shirts with Nugget. That's the only person I've asked to swap jerseys with. But other than that, I swapped with David Pocock. That's probably he's one of my out of everyone I've played against. I think he's the best ever I've played against. So we swapped shirts after the 2012 series when Wales played Australia. So that's a good one to have.
I love that. You did realise that Martin played in the same team as you.
We swapped shirts from the same team.
Swap in the same team.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Just checking it out there. As captain, how do you pull together a team of individuals from different teams and countries together in such a short time?
Everyone always asks this question, and you'll know, we've gone on past Lions tours, it happens much easier than people think, because everyone's just so happy to be there, and you're all on the same level, because you're all rugby guys. If you went to a new rugby club, you get on with them straight away, because you're just all pretty similar. So it's the same concept as when the four regions come together and we all play for Wales. You know, we knock 7 bells out of each other when it's the Christmas derbies, and then a month later we're in the Six Nations camp together. So the fundamentals are the same, you know. But boys just put egos to one side and you just put the team first, and that just happens very naturally. Isn't
it funny? You actually hit your friends and people respect a little bit harder than everybody else.
You probably do, because you want them to respect you when you get back to training. So the funny way, that's why derbies, and you see it. That's why when Wales play England, or the home nations play each other, or I have a club derby, that's why they're always that little bit more. There's always a little bit more venom in the tackles than normal.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great. The best games to play in.
They are. Other than being a great rugby player and performing to your best, what else do you need to become a Lion?
Can you repeat the question again, please? So I want to think.
I really thought I got away with that. I thought that was one of my best ones. Other than being a great rugby player,
thank you,
and performing at your best, what else do you need to become a Lion? Apart from 4 paws and a mane.
It's a difficult question, because I just think of 101 things, but if I have to think of the most important thing, I think nobody's got your backs, and every single player who's here has worked extremely hard behind closed doors to get here. Whether it's, the thing that I say with rugby is, I think rugby's a lifestyle, not just a job. You got to be professional, not just on the field, but off it as well. And when I say that, I mean, you eat, you sleep, your training, the way you look after your body, and everyone who's here is obviously a very good professional. So you got to be a very good professional, very committed, and work extremely hard.
So it's a lifestyle.
Rugby's definitely a lifestyle at a professional level, definitely.
Is it a coincidence that both you and Gareth Bale had the same PE teacher and reached the greatest heights of your sport? What impact do you think this had on delivering your potential?
I do think Witches High School, which was the school we went to, they got great sports facilities, and we had fantastic teachers there who really did push us. And we had a really successful rugby team. The football team was pretty good as well. When Gareth played, when he didn't play, we were pretty poor. But when Gareth played, we were a good football team.
I bet he said the same about you, though.
There was actually we had a lot of schoolboys at rugby, but football, Gareth was just head and shoulders of anyone I've ever come up against, But
by the way, congratulations. third
That's
Champions
amazing.
League
That's
trophy
amazing.
is
Yeah.
incredible. Isn't it?
I think he's, of all the guys who've gone over to Real Madrid, I think he's probably been one of the most successful, if not the most successful.
Well, I think it was said the other day that he's probably the most successful export ever.
Yeah, I think I'd go with definitely, you know, and I'm really pleased for him for that, you know, it's great. But I think a little bit it's a big school, you know, it's a big school, which is, but yeah, I think it is a bit of a coincidence, you know, it's very strange to think because, you know, you just normal guys wandering around your local village and next thing you know, bang, you're playing for Real Madrid. It's incredible. Still hasn't really, you know, it's still great to watch. You know, you still enjoy watching. And still, you know, I think a lot of our friends are still very envious of what he's achieving because, you know, he's just done the absolute.
I think a lot of your friends are envious of what you've achieved as well.
Nah, he's just normal Sam, innit?
I played a couple of live stores. I'm envious of what you've achieved, so I don't know about the people that you were in school with. What's more important, analysis of yourself as an individual, of the overall team analysis?
Oh, it's a good
This
question.
is from the analysis team. It must be.
Oh, it's tough. If I had to say, I think you always have to be in control of what you can do. So the one thing you can't do is take control of everything, and that's one thing I've learned as like a captain as well. You can't take control of everything. So, and I can't control what my opposite number's going to do in a game. So I always think if I can do exactly what I have to do, and trust that everyone else will do that as well, then all the cogs will fit together and you'll play well. So if I had to say, it sounds like it's a selfish thing, but I say individually, but if everyone does that, then as a collective, you'll obviously be much better. And
I think exactly, you hit the nail on the head. I think trust is one of the most important things in life, which is fantastic.
Definitely.
Sam Warburton!
Lovely, that was
Thank
good.
you for coming to the fan van, but most importantly, good luck for the rest of the tour.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good to see you. Look at the size of those arms. Look at the size of
I
those arms.
wish I had them.
What, tattoos? I can sort you out with them.